Today is another exciting day for me. I will test fly the AS33 again, and directly here at the airfield of the Alexander Schleicher factory. Down there is Hohenrhein, and this is the Schleicher, the Alexander Schleicher factory down there. All these buildings. So, my first launch here at Hohenrhein. Very short runway. Very excited. Let's go. We are flying. Airspeed is rising, 110, 120 kilometers an hour. And I'm flying here with 600 kilograms, so the maximum takeoff weight, this short runway. But they told me it's normal. They also made some launches here with more than 600 kilograms in the AS33 for the test program. So all is fine. Oh, look at these wings. What you usually do with a sustainer engine at the beginning of a flight, you test the sustainer engine if it works, because if not, you won't use it, and if it works, then the chances are high that it will work again when you really need it and when you're low. And of course, it is interesting also to see how to use the system, so we will try it. We have the main switch up, so the system will start, and then we just need to then the engine will come out. We can immediately use this switch to use the starter. Stop the motor, fly slow, and it should automatically But here you really need to fly slow, and with a maximum takeoff weight of 600 kilograms, it is not perfect. The climb rates, especially here in the thermal conditions, when you're not flying in the lift, and that's usually when you want to use the engine, it is really not powerful. But yeah, you could dump the water before, but from time to time you want to start early in the morning and you need another lift with the engine, and then it is not perfect. But yeah, that's the same as every other sustainer engine on the market at the moment, so there's not a big difference. But it is really quick, it starts really quick, and also the stopping process and retracting and so on works fine. Yeah, really nice system. Well guys, there's only one big problem with the AS33. I'm so addicted to fly here at these awesome conditions that I really don't find the time to make a proper review of this glider. But I think a lot of you are interested in my opinion about this glider, so let's make a really quick walk around here in the cockpit. And yeah, let's start with the main input here. First of all, the rudder works really well. So in some cases at the beginning I had problems that I used too much rudder. I'm just used to the AS29, and here at the AS33 the rudder is working even better, which is a great feature. It is really great to fly, but you need to get used to it. You need to get used to every glider you fly. So yeah, that's one thing I noticed right after my first start and when you try to thermal with this glider. Then let's get to the main stick here. The ailerons, they are, yeah, the forces are higher than at the AS29. That's something which I don't like at the moment, but it is something they already improved. This is serial number 1, so this is the prototype, and of course they find some smaller mistakes at the beginning and they enhance this, they try to improve it. And yeah, I've heard some other opinions about this issue here from later production gliders, and there it is getting better. The feedback of this glider, it is a lot better than the AS29. You can see it if you look here on the outside at the wings and you try to make them flex. It is much harder to get them really flex a lot. So there we can expect also better feedback of the air, because it is not dampened as much as in the ASG29, for example. Here we have a good thermal. Let's try to thermal here. Nice landscape down there as well. I was not focused too much, so we are not properly thermaling. Well, let's try to get the center. And it is really responsive, so it is awesome to get in the thermal really quick. So really a fantastic feeling to fly it. Only the forces here on the ailerons, it's a little bit much, but you get used to it and they already improved it. I can thermal here with about 120, perhaps 125 kilometers an hour, which is about the same which I'm used to with the ASG29. But when I'm flying my ASG29, I can't fly with 600 kilograms, so only with 550. So there's a big, really a big difference in the wing loading, and therefore it is really excellent how well this machine here climbs. Such a joy. And then of course, if you want to fly straight and you just move this flap lever forward and you're accelerating, getting faster, it is a pure joy how this glider don't lose a lot of altitude. It's just it is just fun to fly. And then of course here the ergonomics of this panel, of this cockpit. I'm used to the arrangement of the levers here, of the flap lever, of the air brakes. What's new for me here is the engine control system down there. I don't have anything in the ASG29. You have the trim here, or the trim indicator on the same spot. You have the trim lever here on the stick. This vent here is improved. At the moment I only have this vent open. It is a warm day, it's a summer day outside. This one is really enough, especially if you're flying here with this high speed with 200 kilometers an hour or even more. It works fantastic, but if you open this vent here, it is getting louder, especially if you're flying 230 kilometers an hour. So my recommendation is to have this one closed and only use this one, and then the noise level is is good. Of course there is still always something you can improve, and I think the noise here at the vent at the front there, they might can improve something in the future. And then you have the gear lever. It is still a mechanical one, which I really like because I don't trust these electric gears and so on. And then you have here this seat. It looks quite modern. Also here the headrest panel here, everything is modernized. It is looking better, of course. Also here the space. You can see it is not really huge, not wide, but it is a good compromise in between. It's not the sleekest fuselage design, but at the end, if you want to do some more with the glider than only competition flying, I think that's really the perfect compromise between the perfect competition plane and the ability also to have some more space. Below this cloud here, I will test the bug wipers for the first time. That's also something all the new gliders have. They have bug wiper garages, so the bug wipers, when retracted, they won't make any additional drag. So here, and they are getting out. You can see the rope, the top. The rope gets out really far behind. I hope that it won't stick to the fairings or so, but okay. It looks good. The wing looks a lot cleaner now, so I think the result of cleaning is also okay. Not sure the upper side of the bug wiper was perhaps scratching a little bit on the surface of the wing. Not sure if there is a problem or if they have any solution to take care about this. One thing I really like to check at the test flight is how the glider behaves if I'm flying very slow. Is it really ugly? Will it get into a spin, or will it just fall down to one side, to the forward? Wow, that's it's really good. Wow. Never had a behavior like this. Oh, that's the best behavior with the glider with 600 kilograms. Let's try the flap position 6. Perhaps it's a little bit more problematic. Full, I can't more. Okay, yeah, but that's really, really, really good. Whoa. This makes the glider really safe. Also, when you thermal in a big gaggle, you really, really don't want to have a spin, and I really can't imagine that you get into a spin at normal weather conditions and so on, and with the normal thermaling speed, because you're flying there with 120 kilometers an hour. Now we flew only I think about 90 kilometers an hour. Okay, time to speed up to 30 to 40 kilometers an hour. That's cruising speed. Down there, someone landing. Oh, nice. There should be some ridge lift. There are the RC planes, should take care of them. Okay. So up to now it was really an amazing test flight. I enjoyed it so much. A great glider, really outstanding. And yeah, now it's time to jump the waterburst. They here a new electric system. I need to use this one. It's open, and the water should flow out. Okay, then we will use the landing position. We're very high. Let's get down there. It looks like an old landing. Don't hit the trees at the right side. Whee.
Check landing gear.
Yeah. It was a little bit high. Woo. Patrick, I had a great flight today. Let's talk about the technical details of the AS33.
Yeah, so what immediately catches the eye is the very small wing area of 10 square meters. And with this small wing area we can achieve a higher wing loading, up to 60 kilogram per square meter in the 18 meter configuration, which helps a lot with gliding in the straight line. But we also achieved that the wing and the airfoil have a high lift, so you're not only good in straight flight but also in climbing with this fully loaded glider, what you could achieve in your flight.
Yeah, I really felt that today. It really climbs fantastic even with this high wing loading. That's outstanding. Never flew a glider like this before.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
that's what we wanted to achieve, and our goal with the 33 was not only to have like a great new 80-meter glider and a new airfoil, but to have a very clean and very maxed out glider. So we not only made a new wing, we also made small details like the new winglets that you can already see from afar.
With a complete different design, also with the shape and so on, but I think that's more design than aerodynamics.
Yeah, but they
Also
have to work
important.
together. They
Yeah,
have to work together. A
of
new
course.
wing also has to have a perfectly fitting winglet, so those are coexistent. Then the winglet now has the new vent for the water ballast system, so it's no problem to just fill your 33 and put it into the grid without thinking about putting the wing down or anything. So it takes a lot of effort out of this glider.
Yeah. Then here also on the wing we can see these new rudder flap caps.
Also 25% smaller than the 29s.
It really comes to the details here on this glider. Then I've also seen here something new, or compared to our ASG29, the bug wipers here. They have a bug wiper garage.
We are finishing them here in-house. We have also a smart solution for the bug wipers running on the wing, because normally they are just straight up from the wing and you have no problem, but in some situations or with some turbulence they can hit the wing up and down. So we have a small coating on the inside of our bug wipers that is preventing to make scratches into your paint job, to keep your glider in a very good condition all the way by still using the whole potential of this glider.
Great engineering here.
Thank you.
Then here the next difference to the ASG29, of course, is the retractable tail wheel. What I think is a little bit strange at the beginning, it feels like that you are too low in the cockpit when you land or when you start, because the wheel is a lot higher than the normal tail wheel which you're used to.
And also the high wheel provides us with a solution for the wheel doors that are just flipping into the glider. So if you're landing on a muddy, wet airfield or anything and you're sinking in a bit, you're not destroying your wheel doors like if you would have wheel doors outside and a smaller wheel that would almost touch the ground. So we are out of the danger zone for the wheel.
These parts here are also a little bit more aerodynamic compared to the ASG29.
Yeah. In the end, we wanted to have a very clean and a very perfect glider, and we want to test out the limits. And if you want to achieve a very clean aerodynamic glider, you have to also tweak the small things that maybe not everyone is seeing on the first glance, but it works out and we could reduce them by more than 25%. So it's a lot if you hear these big numbers, but you can almost see it.
Yeah. And then you also have these more safety details. I think you already had this option for the ASG29 as well, the LED strobe light here.
You have like a very big surface area for the flashlights, so they are in the back of you, so you don't have anything in the cockpit for it. It is a very big area you have on your tail, so you can just use it for making big flashes and be seen everywhere in the Alps or in southern Germany. It's very nice to have.
And it also looks cool on the videos. Yeah, then here you have the solar panels on the engine doors.
We have like the options for no solar panels, then only 2 solar panels, so half of them, and 4 solar panels on the engine doors. That's the options you can take, and some people need more, some people need less.
What's the difference here compared to the ASG29 in this cockpit? I think the fuselage shape is nearly the same, or is the same?
That's true. So we have like new foot pedals that have, if you change the distance to you, they change the V stance. So your foot are going wider if you have like shorter legs, or you want the footrests closer to you. Then also we have like a lot of more space in here because of the cable tunnel now in here. In the ASG29, you know it was going up in here. Now the routing is a lot better. You have a lot more open space and you have a lot more exhaustion-free flying time with this change. And also it allows us with the new backrest to have like larger pilots fitting into this glider.
What do we have over there? That's something I don't know from the ASG29.
This is the new electric water ballast system. You can see here with the green and red lights the status of all the valves of the water ballast system. Red means open and green means closed. So you can see Stefan dumped all the water in the glider that he had. So it's a very easy system with just switches. And you can just drop the main water ballast with the tail water ballast, but you can also empty the tail on its own.
And then over there we already tested this today, the switches for the engine.
Yeah, it's a super easy system that we also use in the AS329. You have an electric starter on this motor, so you're not starting to do this crazy dives for the engine to start.
Have a look there.
So the real difference between all those small sustainers is this small box in the back. This is everything that the electric starter is, and this is all where the magic is happening for a safer start of the engine. So the next big change in this cockpit is the backrest that you can adjust in flight very easily with this lever in here. And then you also have this changeable headrest that you can also flip fully over to have a better access to your compartment.
And you can even flip it over during flight. That's what I've done today because I wanted to store my cap here. I think that was not possible at the AS229.
That's true. And also you have like this small thing that you can just adjust your headrest in here, and you can make it better fitting to your head.
Smart detail. Yeah, perfect. And yeah, here this shape changed. It looks a lot better. And also with my Paratech parachute, it was really a great ergonomic seat here today.
Yeah, also the other change that you can see is that in here we don't have that much space like in here, because this is like the new fuel tank that we have in here. The ASG29 had the problem with the fuel tank in this compartment, so you had to get it out and in if you're rigging or de-rigging the glider, and you couldn't store your cap or your camera equipment or whatever you needed on a flight. But now you have like a lot of space back in here, so you can take with you everything that you need or want, or that you want to have during flight.
Yeah, and also perhaps with this glider it would be possible to make a small trip to travel by glider, a gliding safari. You can store here something on the left hand side, on the right hand side, and in this compartment then you can use this space here for the oxygen bottle. And I don't know, but yeah, here is also a small additional space to put perhaps one jacket or so. Yeah, so that's really cool. It's more space in a smaller wing area glider.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you have like 7 liters of fuel in here, but you could also have an option for an extra fuel tank up in here to have like up to 4 liters more. So you're getting into the 11 liters that you can take with you for longer sustainer flights if you need.
How many kilometers is it about? With
it's around 1 hour of motor time. So
okay. Yeah. So more than 200 kilometers, so
yeah,
around 200. Yeah.
Yeah. Also a small detail on the 33 is the cockpit ceiling that we have in here. and this cockpit ceiling works very well together with the new cockpit vent that we have on the fuselage. The combination of those two things work very well together, so you have like a regulated airflow and venting of the cockpit air over the fuselage on the right position where you want to have it, and your cockpit is not venting where it wants. So you have a sealed cockpit and have a regulated air venting just around the fuselage.
Patrick, thank you so much. It was a fantastic day here.
Thank you for being here.
I really enjoyed it to fly this glider. Perhaps we have time for a beer. And then tomorrow it's time to fly the AS33, which is an electric glider. And what I'm really curious about is how this electric propulsion system works, how efficient it is and how powerful it is, because the AS33 will also soon get the same electric propulsion system, the AS33ME. I've seen the first parts of the glider today. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like the video, and then see you next time. Cheers!
Ciao.